What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed today's gameplay. It's actually decent for once. I actually get some, a decent score. I think I'm using like the Vaznez or something like this. I'm kind of trying here, kind of sweating a little bit here in Modern Warfare 2, just trying to get reacclimated to Call of Duty again before Modern Warfare 3 drops. I don't want to be a complete, bum when the game drops because I haven't touched it in like months. So yeah, just trying to, get reacclimated, get back into the controls and swing of things. Obviously, relearn the movement and the mechanics and all that stuff. But, speaking of movement, we had this intel drop about Modern Warfare 3. Well, Modern Warfare 2.5, as most of you guys are calling it. And they revealed a lot of stuff. They revealed some movement stuff. They revealed what a lot of the maps are going to look like, which honestly, I'll flash some pictures right here on the screen. They look good, dude. I mean, like, I know it's easy to say, like, okay, like, Call of Duty always looks good. Call of Duty always sounds good. But, the alternative is, like, they could easily not look good, and, like, what would we do then, right? Like, we would just obviously complain. So I'm not going to complain about the maps looking good. I'm not going to get overexcited and, be like all jumping up and down about like, hey, this is going to be amazing or something. I'm not going to feel all like that. I will say it's a good thing that they are seemingly, how should I put it? They're seemingly listening to the community about a lot of things. Going back to the movement here. Yeah, I like the movement. I like the mounting, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the clip by now, but basically this dude going around on high rise in the clip, and he's just saying like, he's just basically mantling from side to side and from like cord to cord, from building to building, and it's fast. He goes fast. He doesn't really have to wait around or anything like that. There's not much gun down action. The gun's pretty much always up, which is really good because it encourages more gunfights. It encourages people to, be on the lookout, be more aggressive, which is what Call of Duty desperately needs. Like Sledgehammer games, say what you want about them, they do encourage that to more of a degree than Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward definitely by far the least, and then Treyarch probably by far the most. Sledgehammer games, recently, they've been leaning more towards aggressive playstyles, which is definitely a good thing. Now, something I want to, comment on real quick. I know a lot of people in, Twitter and comment sections and stuff like that are saying like Modern Warfare 3's whole gimmick is basically the fact that they're not Modern Warfare 2, which, true or not, it is kind of true to a degree. But at the same time, is that necessarily a bad thing? Like it's not an amazing thing. It's not something you want to hear. It's not something you like should be, expecting to hear and whatever. But at the same time, you know what? If it's a good thing, it's a good thing. I'm not going to complain about it. A lot of people are just out here. Maybe it's because of their channel. Maybe it's because they genuinely feel this way. Maybe it's for attention. I don't know. But I'm not out here trying to hate on every single thing Call of Duty does, whether they listen to the community or not. Like, I'm not going to, at the same time, I'm not going to be like clapping up and down. I'm not going to be jumping out of my seat for the bare minimum. But when it's a good thing, when it's a good decision, I'm going to support it, or I'm going to say, yes, it's a good decision. They need to know that they're doing good things well. They can't just, you know what I mean? Like on the flip side here, imagine they didn't have good movement and we complained, right? Why are we complaining? Like we're obviously going to complain a lot about that if they didn't have good movement. So the fact that they do have good movement, what is there to complain about, right? If you complain about positive things, guess what? They're not going to do the positive things again. We have to teach them because they don't know how to make their own games, or they don't know how to make fun games rather. So we as a community, we as not a dev team, we as a communications team, we are basically the community managers for Infinity Ward at this point because they don't know what the hell they're doing, I guess, for Call of Duty now. We basically have to tell them, yes, do this, no, don't do this. That's it, because they don't have playtesters for some reason. I don't know, they're like $1 billion corporation that doesn't want to use playtesters for some reason. I guess we're the playtesters, so I guess they're doing it for free. They're getting it for free, so that's smart of them. And so that's why I'm just like, I don't really get when people complain about this stuff. If you're complaining about the way the maps look and stuff, like what do you want them to look like? I saw some people complaining about like doors on the maps because we haven't even played them yet. You know what I mean? Like stop prematurely getting upset about things. Like, yeah, if true, it's going to suck most likely. But at the same time, we have no playtime on these maps. We have not played these maps with these quote unquote doors so far. What is there to get upset about? What is there to get bent out of shape about? Like, obviously I'm not a fan of doors, but at the same time, maybe the doors like are like Sledgehammer Games doors where they just like bust open. Maybe they're like see-through doors, like we don't know, right? We're just kind of assuming here, and like maybe it's a safe assumption to be like, oh, hey, it's probably going to be like a poor decision, just knowing Sledgehammer and knowing Call of Duty's track record. And, sure, maybe it's a safe assumption to just assume the worst. But I'm not going to try to do that. Like I said before, I'm not a channel that's built on hate, that's built on just, I guess, just like consistently talking down, consistently talking negative. Like, I'm not about that, okay? I want to give you guys how I actually feel. And to be honest with you guys, the way the maps look, it's looking great. It looks really good. Again, I'm not going to pre-order it just yet. I need more of an incentive to pre-order, but the maps look good. Like, I can't, like I said, I flashed some pictures on the screen. I saw the intel drop. It gets me hype. Maybe it's just nostalgia, but at the end of the day, they look good. There's color on it. It looks like it's very updated, very fresh, very modern. It's like a modern take on, the old G maps. And so, I mean, we knew what we're getting, right? We knew it was going to look not like that, but we knew it was going to look and play something along those lines. Again, playtime is going to be the big thing, right? Are we going to be able to play and have similar experiences? Not necessarily the same experiences, obviously, because there's not going to be like one-man army noob tubes. There's not going to be like, hopefully not like nukes dropped on us like 24/7, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what happens, right? Along with this, we actually got some more positive news. Season 1 and Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 are going to have 3 new 6v6 multiplayer maps each. That is good. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because, they don't have any new maps at launch, so they have to put it in the DLC. These should have been launch maps. Dude, whatever, dude. We're actually getting 16 maps at launch and then 6 across 2 seasons. That's pretty good, okay? Especially after playing like Cold War, Vanguard, and Modern Warfare 2. Actually, come to think of it, Cold War's DLC wasn't half bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't half bad. Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, don't get me started, they're absolute garbage DLCs. But yeah, I hope that they're not doing just the bare minimum again. I'm really hoping for it. I think at the end of the day, guys, you know what I mean? Like, you can get upset about this, I can get upset about this, but we have to wait and see. We have to see how these maps are going to play. Maybe these 6v6 maps are going to be good. I don't think a lot of Vanguard's maps were bad. This might be a burning hot take, but many of them were playable. A lot of the new maps I'm talking about, like, Berlin and Numa and maybe Gavutu to a degree. I think that some of them were like a little oversized, like if they were like built for 10v10 and whatnot, which kind of they were because of like the whole blitz pacing and all that stuff versus tactical. Yeah, I mean, like, depending on how many people were on each map, I don't think it was the worst thing in the world, Again, this is going to sound like I'm just coming back out of nowhere and just, like, supporting the hell out of Vanguard because it's not Modern Warfare 2. Maybe to a degree I am, but, I mean, it just goes to show you how boring Modern Warfare 2 is, right? And how boring Modern Warfare 2 was. I don't think Vanguard's an amazing game. I'm just going to say it right now. I think that it had potential and it kind of capitalized, but I think they were rushed and they weren't able to like completely capitalize on their potential. But like I said, man, ranked play for Vanguard wasn't bad. A lot of the base maps weren't bad. It was just boring. The camo challenge was terrible. The playlist rotation was terrible, and there was a lot of glitches, right? Like a lot of stuff on Shipment and DOS House that was just not working correctly. And that obviously like foils a lot of plans. That just ruffles a lot of people's feathers when that doesn't work out. With all that being said, guys, we had a lot of positive information. These maps look good. The Season 1 and 2 DLC stuff, if true, which I'm assuming is true because they literally printed it in words in their own handwriting, there's not much they can do to, take it away. They gave us a fairly early roadmap here. Like it doesn't seem like it's rushed. Maybe seasons are going to be delayed like how they were in Vanguard. But at the same time, this game has potential. This game definitely has potential right now. I think we're going to have to see exactly what they do with it. Are they going to listen to the community? If there's a lot of, bad feedback coming from the beta, maybe it's going to look graphically terrible. Maybe it's going to sound bad. Maybe things like guns and perks and attachments got to be tweaked more. I don't know, man. Probably, but it's really going to depend on the communication from the devs. How willing are the devs to communicate? How willing are they to like adjust to what the community wants to hear and see? Yeah, it's really going to depend a lot on them because on the base like floor of everything, it seems like they're doing pretty good. They're giving us a good amount of intel, a good amount of content at launch. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what goes on. I don't have complaints right now. You know, it's very easy to just complain and be like, oh, hey, how are we not getting any new multiplayer maps at launch? Dude, I don't know. Do you want multiplayer maps at launch, right? Like, do you really want something new that's probably going to be garbage? Like, we are already getting Estate and Derail back, which are, in my opinion, pretty garbage. So I don't really need more garbage maps, if that makes sense. I'm excited. I'm excited for High Rise, Favela, Rust, Terminal. You know, it's been a while for some of these maps. I guess not Rust, not really Scrapyard either, but it's been a while for some of these maps, and I'm definitely looking forward to just seeing them upgraded, just seeing them as an adult, because the last time we saw these, a lot of us were kids, a lot of us were teens or children, and so it's going to be cool to see it as an adult and just kind of get hit by that dose of nostalgia again. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, the commentary, the gameplay, and yeah, hopefully I can continue bringing you guys more updates, videos, and more commentaries going forward. I definitely want to get back into the swing of things, but again, we're gonna have to see what Call of Duty does and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you're gonna get the beta. Let me know what you thought about all these maps that are coming out. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and peace.